Before watching the video, can you please save a little bit time, like and subscribe to SkypluS have mover to increase?
On July 15, 2009, Caspian Airlines Flight 7908 was a scheduled commercial flight from Tehran, Iran, to Yerevan, Armenia, that crashed near the village of Jannatabad, outside the city of Qazvin in northwestern Iran. The crash was the fourth deadliest aviation incident in Iran behind Iran Air Flight 655, 1988, the Iran Ilyushin Il-76 crash, 2003, and Ukraine International Airlines Flight 752, 2020. It was also the second deadliest aviation incident in 2009 behind Air France Flight 447. The aircraft was a Tupolev Tu-154M built in 1987 and operated by Iran's Caspian Airlines. The crashed aircraft had registration EPCPG, an aircraft which entered service on April 20, 1987 as Yerevan for Bakhtar Afghan Airlines and was sold to Armenia Afghan Airlines in 1988. Yerevan served with Armenia Afghan until sold to Caspian Airlines on March 15, 1998, 11 years after it was built. The aircraft was checked for safety in June 2009 and was given a flight license until 2010. This was also stated by an Armenian aviation official, saying that the plane had gone through technical controls in Mineralnivady Airport in southern Russia in June. The flight crew consisted of Captain Ali Asghar Shirakbari, First Officer Javad Masumi Hazari, Navigator Mahdi Firas Shohil, and Flight Engineer Nima Salehai Rez. It is reported that 38 of the 168 passengers were Iranian nationals, including 2 crew members. 40 passengers were citizens of Armenia. There were also 2 Georgians on board, 2 Canadians, and 2 dual-national Iranian Australians. There were also 2 dual-national Iranian Americans. The aircraft crashed at 11:33 Iran Daylight Time, 7:03 Universal Time Coordinated, 16 minutes after takeoff from Tehran Imam Khomeini International Airport. The aircraft's tail suddenly caught on fire. The pilot circled, trying to find a safe spot to land, but without success. The aircraft was destroyed after it crashed into a field, carving a crater up to 33 feet deep. An eyewitness who claims to have been within 980 feet of the crash site described the event as if the plane just fell out of the sky. 3 hours after the crash, fires over a 2,200 square foot area still remained. Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has expressed his sympathy for the deceased and their families. Armenian President Serge Sargsyan signed a decree on July 15, 2009 declaring the following day a day of mourning in Armenia. Armenian President Serge Sargsyan announced on July 15 that a governmental commission had been set up to investigate the crash. It would be headed by Vice Prime Minister Armen Gevorgyan. A final accident report was likely released by the Iranian authorities in 2011, although it did not come to wider attention until it was partially translated into English in 2019. The report found that the accident had been caused by fatigue failure of the first stage rotor of the low-pressure compressor in engine number 1 that resulted in the rotor disc disintegrating. Fragments from the rotor disc destroyed engine number 1, severed the number 1 and number 3 hydraulic systems, and partially severed the fuel lines to engine number 2. Hot components and hydraulic fluid ignited fuel spilling from the damaged fuel lines and rapidly caused a large fire in the tail section of the plane. This fire, in turn, destroyed rods that actuated the rear control surfaces, elevators, and rudder, resulting in the pilots losing control of the aircraft. Prior to the accident, the aircraft manufacturer, Tupolev, had released a service bulletin requiring more stringent testing of low-pressure compressor components. However, this was only provided in Russian to Russian operators. 6 days after the crash of EPCPG, Tupolev released equivalent service bulletins to all operators.
Thank you for watching the video. If you have idea of a flight, please comment below to everyone discuss.